page 29. Cuckoo, Cheating by Nature, by Nick Davies. Chapter 2. How the Cuckoo Lays Her Egg. 2.2. The cheater egg matches the host's eggs. Edgar Chance was a businessman, director of a company of glass manufacturers in Birmingham. But his passion was oology, the collecting and study of birds' eggs. Before he began his studies on pound green common, previous egg collectors had shown that the eggs of the common cuckoo are astonishingly variable. In Europe, most are speckled, but the background color varies, various shades of greyish-white, green or brown. The markings vary too, small speckles, large spots and even scribbles. Some have no markings at all and are plain white or an immaculate pale blue. No other bird in Europe has such variable eggs. Whenever collectors found a cuckoo egg, they took the whole clutch to show the cuckoo egg alongside the host eggs. It had long been known, since at least the last half of the 18th century, that the cuckoo egg tended to resemble the host eggs, though it was a little larger. In Britain, for example, cuckoo eggs in reed warbler nests are greenish and spotted like those of the reed warbler. In meadow pipit nests, the cuckoo egg is darker, brown and speckled, matching the pipit's own eggs. In pied wagtail nests, the cuckoo egg is much paler, a greyish-white and finely speckled, just like the wagtail's eggs. In other parts of Europe the matches are even more impressive. Cuckoo eggs in redstart nests are immaculate pale blue, a perfect match for the host eggs, and in great reed warbler nests they have a pale green background with spots of various sizes and shades, from pale blue-gray to dark brown, which copy to perfection the markings on the host's eggs. Could a female cuckoo vary the color of her egg depending on the host she chose? This seemed most unlikely. Although a female's egg might vary a little depending on her diet, the variation in cuckoo eggs was surely too great to be in the repertoire of an individual female. In 1892, two German oologists, Edward Davies and Eugene Rey, both collected series of eggs from individual females, laid in adjacent host nests in a restricted territory. Their collection showed that each female always laid exactly the same type of egg. Furthermore, they discovered that different females preferred different hosts. Some might target reed warblers, for example, while others targeted meadow pipits. Occasionally they found that a female laid an egg in the nest of the wrong host species, perhaps when a nest of her favorite host was not available. But she still laid exactly the same egg each time. These pioneering studies by egg collectors showed, therefore, that the match between cuckoo and host egg must come about because female cuckoos with different egg types somehow managed to choose the host species for which their egg was a good match. The alternative possibility was that cuckoos simply laid eggs at random and only well-matched eggs survived for the egg collectors to record. It was already known that birds sometimes rejected a foreign egg placed in their nest. However, random egg laying followed by host rejection seemed an unlikely explanation for the match between cuckoo and host eggs, because many cuckoo eggs were collected soon after they were laid, and random laying would be extremely wasteful from the cuckoo's point of view. In any case, Davies and Rey had shown that individual female cuckoos did not lay eggs randomly, but rather favored one host species. These observations suggested that the common cuckoo must be divided into several races, each specializing in a particular host species, and laying distinctive eggs that matched its host's eggs, brown and spotted for meadow pipit specialist cuckoos, green and spotted for reed warbler specialists, plain blue for redstart specialists, and so on. In 1893, Alfred Newton called these cuckoo races gens in the singular, a Latin word denoting a clan of families descended from a common ancestor. We now know that there are genetic differences between the cuckoo races, so they are rather like subspecies of the common cuckoo. Edgar Chance admired these previous studies by Eugene Ray and others, but what really fired his obsessive passion for collecting was when he heard that Ray had a record series of 20 eggs laid by a female cuckoo in one season, near Leipzig. In fact, Chance had been misinformed. Ray's series was of 17 eggs, still a tribute to the success of the parasitic lifestyle. Chance was determined to beat this record. To be sure of collecting all a female cuckoo's eggs in one season, however, he would have to follow her carefully to discover not only every host nest she chose, but exactly when laying occurred. He also knew of an egg collector's trick which might entice a cuckoo into laying more eggs, so he could beat Ray. There was another motivation for Chance's study, a dispute that he wanted to settle once and for all. Some observers claimed that the female cuckoo first laid her egg on the ground and then inserted it into the host nest with her bill. These were the A-beakers. Others, the A-regurgitators, thought the cuckoo arrived at the host nest with her egg in her esophagus, and then regurgitated it into the nest. There seemed to be good evidence for these possibilities. Female cuckoos had indeed often been seen flying past with an egg in their bill, and some female cuckoos that had been shot had been found with an egg in their throats. Furthermore, some hosts, such as the wren, have a domed nest with a tiny hole for an entrance. Surely the female cuckoo could not lay directly into these nests. Eugene Ray, for example, was a beaker, citing a cuckoo egg found in the nest of a red-backed shrike that was smeared with clay as proof that the egg had first been on the ground. Chance was convinced both parties were wrong, and that the female cuckoo laid directly into the host nest, just like other birds. This was his second incentive to discover exactly when and where the cuckoo laid, so he could catch her in the act. Page 31.